It is that time of year again. The Sephora sale is starting next week for Rouge on April 5th. And then on April 9th, it's going to be starting for VIB and Insider. And of course, twice a year, I come through with this kind of video, my Sephora recommendations. These are the products I think are definitely worth checking out when the sale comes around. I have demos of all the products I'm wearing today. You already know the drill. Grab a snack, grab something to drink, and let's go ahead and get into these Sephora recommendations because we have some really good stuff to talk about. First things first, I like to go in the order that I do my makeup. I just feel like it makes it easier to kind of follow through, easier for me to remember in a way. I have so much stuff in front of me. I literally had to narrow this down. I started planning this like 2 weeks ago. I had my products I wanted to mention all listed out. I kept adding things and taking away things, and I take this video unbelievably seriously. You have no idea. If I'm going to recommend something, it's going to be good. It's going to be something that I absolutely love. So we're going to dive into it. First things first is this right here from Danessa Marix. This is her water powder serum. This product and the blurring balm powder are literally the dream team. It helps to control the oils, stop excess oil production. It is the dream team. I really don't have a preference between the two. What's really cool about this is that it is, as you can see, a liquid and it goes on like a serum, but when it dries down to like a powdery finish. It's really cool and really innovative from Danessa. And then we have this product, which you're probably tired of hearing me talk about, but it's the Blurring Balm powder. She has a universal shade and tinted shade. So if you want to use this with like a tinted moisturizer or on its own, you can. This product is absolutely amazing. I love using both of these together. This is great for no makeup days when you just don't want to look oily throughout the day. You can just use this and you're good to go. But if you are doing a full face of makeup, this with the universal shade is truly a tried and true. I love these two products. There will not ever be a Sephora recommendations video without my Danessa Marix Blurring Balm powder. Okay, it just won't. Another primer I always talk about, which I 1000% love, is the Cali Ray So Blown Primer. This is the best blurring primer on the market, hands down. I am almost done with mine. I already have a backup ready to go. It smells good. It smells like fruity, kind of like oranges. I love it. It really does give that soft blurred effect on the skin. It is such an amazing primer. It's my baby. If you're in the market for a good color corrector, this one is the best that I've tried at Sephora. This is the Huda Beauty color correctors. I love that she has peachy shades and orange shades. Not only that, I love that there's not just one orange tone in the line, you know, that's gonna work on all skin tones. She really made sure that there was multiple shades of oranges that fit over multiple skin tones. Same thing with the peach shades. And it's a color corrector that also has coverage too, which I love. For foundation, I'm sure you already know what the first one is. It's the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. This is my holy grail, tried and true. I have not found another medium coverage foundation that has truly topped this one. I've gone through multiple bottles of this. Every time I go out of town, this is the only foundation that I take with me. I just know that this won't let me down. So if you want something that has like a blur, but also like a natural soft matte kind of finish, this is the one for you. If you have oily skin, combo skin, this foundation is not gonna dry you out. Now, if we're talking full glam, full coverage, you know, like I kind of feel like I want a little full glam today, the Dior Forever Matte Foundation, oh my gosh, this right here. I don't usually buy a lot of luxury makeup. I don't really have a lot of luxury makeup in my collection. But when I tell you this is worth every single penny, I would totally pay full price for this. That is how good this is. I have it on today and I really like it. This foundation does not get cakey on me. You know, it doesn't cling to dry spots. They do have a glowy version if you don't really like a matte version. But I love my matte makeup. I just love that nice matte look. This is everything. This is like my go-to, you know, party, concert, all that kind of foundation. I just know that this is another one that's just not gonna steer me wrong whenever I want a full glam moment. For concealers, I actually have 3 formulas to recommend, and they're all very, very different. The first one being the Haus Labs concealer. Now, this concealer is very interesting. This does have a thicker kind of texture, but the way that this melts into the skin, it is so beautiful. So I use 2 shades. I have like, you know, like more of like my brightening shade and an even brighter shade. But I just really love how this is perfect if you're wearing a skin tint. You know, you're not going super full glam. This is my current everyday foundation, you know, when I don't really want a full glam moment. Now, if I want something to go really well with like a full glam moment, but also a medium coverage moment, this Natasha Denona concealer, so good. I cannot believe it's taken me as long as it has to try out this concealer. Now, this one is different from the House Labs because it has like a serum thinner kind of texture, but it covers, okay? It covers. As you can see, it is a full coverage concealer. It's very lightweight to say that it is a full coverage concealer. Now, the last concealer I wanted to recommend is the Urban Decay one. This one is the best multitasking concealer. It is definitely full coverage. I have this one on today. Anytime I go full glam, I reach for this one, if not the Natasha Denona. If you're looking for a concealer that can do so many different things, you know, you can use it for your brows, spot concealing as a foundation, a regular concealer, all of that. This is the one I would say to check out. It literally does it all. Those are the 3 concealers I really wanted to recommend. Let's talk bronzer because I do have 2 that I wanted to recommend. I really wanted to recommend this cream bronzer from Saie. This is the Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer. I have mine in the shade Deep. Now, as you can see, mine is very, very well loved. I really love this one for this time of year. I'm the kind of person that loves to switch out my makeup with the seasons. This is my cream bronzer of choice. I love that it looks really natural on the skin, but it also gives a hint of glow. Nothing too glowy, too dewy. If you have oily skin, you still can use this. It doesn't slip and slide on the face. Of course, with any cream product, I highly recommend to set it down with a powder. The texture on this one is very, very interesting, but I just love how this gives a really beautiful, healthy glow to the face. Now, for powder bronzer, I highly recommend these right here from NARS. This is their Laguna bronzers. I have mine in the shade Laguna 7. As you can see, it's pretty red, pretty warm. I love warm bronzers, but I just love how this just melts into the skin as well. It doesn't look powdery. It doesn't sit on top of the skin. It really does melt into the skin, and I absolutely love this bronzer. Now, for powders, I have 2 I wanted to recommend. For loose powder, I'm sure you already know it was going to be this one. This is the newest powder from Makeup Forever. This is the HD Skin powder. I love this powder. It's a powder that blurs, it brightens, it's waterproof. Whatever they did in the lab with this powder, I need them to keep it up because it is such an amazing powder. This is the only loose powder I've been reaching for in my collection. So if you're in the market for a new loose setting powder, this one, my favorite pressed powder of all time, is this one from Kosas. This is the Cloud Set powder. This is the shade Silky. I use this for all over the face. When I tell you, this powder reminds me of the Dior Powder No Powder. It's no longer available. Hopefully they bring that back. But if they don't, I'm kind of set over here with this one. Sets the face without altering the finish of the foundation too much, or like, you know, all the hard work that you did underneath. This does not ruin that. I can literally sit and put so much of this on and it still won't look like I have powder on my skin. I always include the Patrick Ta blushes in my recommendations video because they are pretty up there in price, but I really do feel like you get a lot for your money because you get 2 different finishes in one palette. You get a cream blush and then you get a corresponding powder blush. Patrick Ta also just released 3 new shades, so if you've been eyeing those, the sale is a great time to pick it up. This is the shade I have on the cheeks today. It's called She's Giving. Love this blush because it gives me like, I look like a doll when I wear it. I did pull out my 3 favorites. This one is She's Baked. It's a great like burnt terracotta kind of blush. Perfect for every day. And then of course, the one that really stole the show, this one, She's Wanted. Absolutely gorgeous. But I've seen this blush on literally every skin tone and it looks beautiful. So beautiful. I would say if you could only get one, I would totally go for She's Wanted because She's Wanted is gorgeous. I definitely knew I was going to recommend these Makeup Forever powder blushes. Makeup Forever has been killing it the past couple of months. This is probably, no, I know it is. This is my most used everyday blush shade right here. This is the shade Limitless Berry. I love this formula because it's really soft, but it looks kind of airbrushed on the cheeks. This one's Daring Candy, but they have so many other shades to choose from. If you want more everyday blush shades, I would totally check out this line from Makeup Forever. But if you're the kind of person that loves a glowy yet buildable blush, these are very glowy blushes, but they are buildable. Perfect for those days where you just want a tinted moisturizer on, but you don't want the blush to be too heavy. This is the blush formula I would go for. You know, Basma really did an amazing job with this. It's not an overly pigmented blush. I know quite a bit of you love a blush that's more buildable. You don't want intense pigment right away. These are the perfect blushes for you. I always have to recommend the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder Flushed. Now, this is the Blurring Balm Powder, but in blush form. They have so many shades to choose from. They're so vibrant. Literally, there's a color for every single person. There's more neutral shades. I have more brighter, deeper shades in my collection, but there are more neutral shades, you know, that you can use for every day. This is a cream to powder formula. It can go on top of powder, under powder, whatever you want to do. These blushes, they got you. Not me rhyming over here. Then the last blush formula I wanted to recommend are these new blushes from LYS Beauty. They're not a dewy blush, but they're more of like a glowy blush. I would say between this one and the Basma. Basma's more glowy dewy, but these are more glow in these blushes. These are intensely pigmented. If you love the bronzer sticks, you're gonna love these. If you also like a glow in your blush. I have one little highlighter in here, but I already knew when I tried this a couple months ago, I knew for this Sephora sale, this product was gonna be in this recommendations video. If you love a highlighter that's not super blinding, but looks like a lit from within glow, the Sephora Collection Luminizers are... these are everything. They're already super affordable, but during the sale, Sephora Collection is going to be 30% off. Mascara. If you're wondering what my favorite mascara is of all time, it is this one, the Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara. This is the best. I also love a mascara that works well for the top lashes and the bottom lashes. Look at this wand. Lots of people have tried to dupe this, but the dupes cannot compare. My favorite liquid liner of all time is this one from One Size. This is the Point Made liquid liner. When I tell you, the tip on this is so precise. So you can also do thin lines. You can do thicker lines like that, and pretty normal. And then you can do even thicker lines. So you can be super precise with this. I can go almost an entire year of using this liner without it drying out on me. I have it on today and it's super black. Let's move into lippies because recently I have tried so many lippies. I really tried to narrow this category down. I really tried my hardest. But it got me. So I do want to recommend two lip liners. The Sephora Collection gel lip liners are really amazing, very pigmented. This one is the shade Molasses. It's a really beautiful dark brown. So if you love your dark brown liners, Molasses from Sephora Collection is amazing. My tried and true, I've gone through so many of these. I have used this one so much. I broke the other side. But my Makeup Forever lip liner in the shade Jeff. I love this. I will say with the Sephora Collection gel liner, which is this one, it does have like a little bit of a shine to it. The Makeup by Mario is a little bit more matte, but they both are really nice lip liners. I do have on this gloss from Huda Beauty in the shade Posh. This is my favorite shade out of all of them, next to the clear, but it's not really a shade, it's just clear. I really wanted to recommend these because it is a very interesting formula, and if you've been wanting to try it but you weren't really sure, I do think the sale is a great time to take advantage of getting it at a cheaper price to try it out if it's something you've been eyeing. It's like a gloss and a lip oil. Some shades are better than others, I will say, but these are the two shades I definitely am recommending. Clear one is thicker than the tinted ones, but I really love these two shades. These are the two shades I've been reaching for. The Haus Labs Hybrid Lip Glaze is also really amazing. It's like a hybrid between a gloss and a lip oil as well. I see a little theme here. I love lip products that are kind of like a 2-in-1 or a 3-in-1. I just really love how they feel on the lips. I love how they look on the lips. This is amazing. It's also a lip plumper that doesn't burn. There's no peppermint or tingly sensation. So good. Definitely wanted to recommend this shade of the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm because this one is real hot right now on the internet. This one smells like cake and icing, but it does have a little bit of shimmer. I believe this is Summer Fridays' first lip balm with shimmer. I will say the shimmer is not that noticeable. What really sold me on this one was the scent. I love anything that smells like cake and icing, but I am a huge fan of the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm, and if you already love this formula, then you already know it's good, right? But I will say this one is a limited edition scent, and I think it's a great time to pick it up if it is in stock at the sale because it is limited edition, and these are very pricey for a lip balm. Yeah, $24 for lip balm. That's a lot. I'd rather get it at a discount though because of like what it is. So I definitely wanted to recommend that. Oh my gosh, if you love glossy lips, these Nude Sticks lip butters are amazing. So these are my two favorite shades. This one is the clear, which stays out of stock for good reason. And then this one is Sugar Plum. So I am going to swatch the Sugar Plum one so you can see how glossy this is. They do have like that cooling kind of sensation. Oh my gosh. These with a lip liner are truly my go-to. I live for these nude sticks lip butters. The topical slick solve, very, very thick, but if you have super, super dry lips, try this out. It is thick though. Keep that in mind. It's not a gloss, it's a lip balm, but it kind of looks like a gloss. It's made to be thick if you have really, really dry, chapped lips. Before we dive into tools, I wanted to recommend a few setting sprays. First one I wanted to recommend is this one from Beauty Blender. This is the Boost 4-in-1 Firming Peptide Setting Spray. It's a primer, a setting spray, a finishing spray. It does so much. Whenever I don't reach for my MAC Fix Plus, this is what I'm reaching for to melt everything together, as well as set my makeup. And I've done a wear test with this, and it really is a great, great setting spray. Definitely wanted to recommend the extra large version of the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. If you're already a fan of this, get the extra large version just because, one, look at how extra large this is, but the deal on this at full price is really, really good. But just imagine getting it during the sale at an even cheaper price. You're literally going to be paying very close to like the regular price of the normal size, but you're getting the extra large, which is amazing. And then this one right here, I'm sure you already know about this one, the One Size On Till Dawn Setting Spray. This is literally a hairspray for your face. This is a tried and true. So many people love this. I love this. I'm almost out of mine, but I already have a backup. I do have one eyeshadow palette I wanted to recommend. It's new. It just came out and I love it. I've created about 5 different looks since trying my video. This is another look that I did today. This is the Danessa Myricks Blooming Romance palette, and I really, really, really love this palette. I think it's really the tones for me. Every look that I've created with this palette, I have fallen in love with it. I love my eye look today. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I've been tapping into every single shade in this palette. You know, I don't really use every shade in the first Groundworks palette, but this one, I have been really like getting my money's worth. I've been getting my money's worth with this. If you want to see a more in-depth video on this palette, definitely go and check out my first impressions using this, because I kind of go through a little bit more in depth about the formula, the best way that I find to use it. So I would totally check that video out. All right, let's go through some tools that I really wanted to recommend. I was never the one to spend a lot of money on brushes. I really can say after trying a lot of different brushes over the years, the tools that you use play a really big part in how your makeup looks. So I just wanted to share my favorites. For concealer, the Haus Labs concealer brush, amazing. I'm thinking about picking up a second one during the sale because I love this so much. I love the angle on this. I love how dense it is. I love how flawlessly this blends out concealer. The F1 brush from Makeup by Mario, really good for all of your cream products. You have one side that's pretty precise, and then you also have one side where you can really blend out that product. If it's perfectly on the cheeks, it's the perfect size brush, and you get 2-in-1, which is also really nice. Same thing with the Patrick Ta brush. This one is for blush specifically, and I really, really love this. You have one side for creams, one side for powders. I don't know what he did to this brush, but everything looks so airbrushed whenever I use it. If you're a blush lover, I think this is going to be a staple in your collection. This brush from Patrick Ta, if you struggle with nose contouring, this is the brush for you. I absolutely love this. I use this every single time that I do my nose contour, and I no longer struggle with nose contouring. Since we're talking about brushes, I wanted to recommend this product right here. Mine is so nasty and dirty because I spilled stuff on it and I have to clean it. But this is the Cinema Secrets Brush Cleaner. If you're the kind of person that does not like to wash your brushes, but you want something super quick, easy, you have a go-to eyeshadow brush that you constantly reach for, but it's dirty, so you force yourself to use a different brush, you would not have to do that with this. You just pour a little bit in like a little cup or something, or like a little tin. You dip your brush in it, and then on a paper towel, you kind of swirl it, and it's instantly dry, instantly cleaned. The best. This has been around for years. It's a makeup artist favorite, but I did want to recommend that because it is truly a lifesaver for me when it comes to my eyeshadow brushes, because I always have my go-tos, but if it's dirty, I use something else. But now I don't really, I don't have to do that because I have Cinema Secrets. I feel like this is the perfect time to recommend that. I also wanted to recommend this lifesaver right here, the Peace Out Acne Day and Night Duo. So this one I think is the best one because you get 2 different kinds. You get one for day and one for night. The nighttime one, when I tell you if you have a pimple and you want that gone the next day, put that night dot on, it's gone. Is gone. But then for the day dot, what's really cool is you can put makeup on top of it because it's kind of clear. I think if you're just trying this out for the first time, this is a good one to try out to see which one you prefer. The nighttime one or the daytime one, these are literally so amazing. Now, of course, I have some fragrances I wanted to recommend because I live for my fragrances. First fragrance I wanted to recommend is the Kayali Sparkling Leche. If you love sweet smelling fragrances, this is the one for you. This one smells like sparkling rosé. It smells absolutely yummy. I love this one. It's one of my favorites from Kayali, and I definitely wanted to recommend this one because it smells so good. There's blackcurrant in here, sparkling leche, rose, candied violet, sugared amber, sandalwood. Go into your Sephora and smell it. It smells divine. This fragrance right here is my favorite everyday fragrance. This is the Clean Reserve Sparkling Sugar. I've talked about this before. I've recommended this before. I hope that you go and smell this because if you love sweet gourmands, this is true. This is a true sweet gourmand. It's so yummy, and I always get so many compliments whenever I wear that. Definitely wanted to recommend the Fleur Mood Ring fragrance. This one is a very, very, very strong, sweet, gourmandy smelling scent. It smells really good. There's gummy bear in here. It smells really delicious. Every time I spray this, I'm like, it's a vibe. It's a mood. Let's go have fun. This Fleur Vanilla Skin Hair and Body Mist is so delicious. It is super strong, and this is a hair and body mist that honestly is like a perfume. I love spraying this. I get so many compliments on this scent too. It's super warm, super cozy, and the fact that this is a hair and body mist that lasts all day long is insane to me. But I absolutely love this. And last but certainly not least, I have two Sol de Janeiro scents to recommend. These are my two favorites from Sol de Janeiro that are not gone, okay? They always making the best scents limited edition. The 68 scent smells like cloud. If you're a fan of Ariana Grande Cloud, you're gonna absolutely love this. And if you're a fan of vanilla, you're gonna love 59. I really wanna get the big, body butter of this. I usually don't buy Sol de Janeiro body butters, but I love this scent so much, and I've tried a sample size of the body butter, and it's lasted me all day long. Those are my two favorites from Sol de Janeiro. If you haven't smelt them, go into Sephora, smell them. That is it for my Sephora VIB sale recommendations. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. This was super fun to film. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you tried any of these products? Are any of these on your wish list? I would absolutely love to know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.